Yeah. And it should go live like pretty quickly. Yep. All is good. I will double check that everything and everyone can be heard, and then we'll turn on the music. Everything and everyone can be heard, and then we'll turn on the music. Everything and everyone can be heard, and then we'll turn on the music. Yeah, quite a bit of echo, but that is just me checking. Gotta turn down the SRT feed because it is a tiny bit louder than before. Yeah, that should be good. Uh-huh. Mine saying just something.
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 Indeed. Alright. Something can be heard, so... We are waiting 5 more seconds.
Copy that.
And we are not off, waiting for Airwolf to post the link. People should be starting to join now. The practice has already begun, so... I think we should do the intros right after Airwolf pings everybody, and like in 2 minutes, I guess. Yep, that is posted. And I would say that everybody is in, so we are gonna start the introductions. And welcome everybody to our new livestream, Season 1, Round 4 of the tournaments. It is gonna be a top 8 tournament this time, not top 16. Today we still have Matthias with us. This is the second
Hello,
time.
everyone.
Yep, as far as I remember.
Glad to be here again for the 4th round, going to the long streets of Long Beach. We've already been here for our first round, so I'm excited to see what it's going to be like now with, the new systems and the new physics and everything. Made my way all the way from Spain the last 24 hours. I'm back in cold, rainy Norway, and I'm ready to throw down for you guys.
And the most interesting thing and the most important, I would say, is of course the lag prediction system that is gonna play a very big role in this tournament. Hopefully we will see some major changes. The XT has been putting in some large amounts of work, it is just insane.
It is definitely the most technically amazing thing to be added to competitive drifting in Roblox, like ever, like non-stop. Like for years and years and years, we've just wanted to be able to actually drive with as little desync as we could, and with this system now, I really think that this is just totally groundbreaking. The driving level has sort of been at one place for the last 2 years, but with this, I think we're really gonna get to that final push, to make this the definite starting ground in competitive drifting.
The skill breakthrough.
Yeah.
At this point, the main thing holding this game back is, of course, the popularity, and that really needs some work to do. And if that is managed, if, for instance, bigger YouTuber makes a review, that could very well revive the activity, or at least temporarily bring it to heavens. That
Exactly.
does need to some reaching out at the very least to do, or at the very most sponsorships, which requires money.
Yeah, I think just advertisement going forwards now is gonna be key to success, because the game is really at a level now where it deserves a much bigger fan base.
Absolutely. DXT has been putting in a lot of work, and of course there is a separate question of whether he accepts contributors or not, but other than that, the popularity aspect of this game absolutely has to be managed and fixed, I guess.
Yeah. But I really think that as soon as we get a bit of a player base, or more people and more advertisers and more content creators, then we're just gonna have a more natural flow of things. Roblox and the way that they've been running stuff lately definitely does not help creators like DXT, and so by doing that, we really need to take this into our own hands by just getting the game to that point.
At the very least, the thing that we are doing right now, consistently doing live streams, both
Exactly.
the official and the Berserk Apex Drift League, is a very good thing, because having consistently been doing tournaments is already a huge step in that direction.
Yes, sir.
For
Or,
present, 4 players present. 5 out of
let's
8.
have a look.
First group, I mean the only group. Usual, like, used to saying groups,
Yeah.
but no groups. And if 5 people show up, that is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, if you come to us on qualifying day, next battle event, you're gonna get to experience the full group A, group B, group C, group D again.
Yeah, definitely need to do that. It is not gonna be fun if this is gonna be a top 4. Skipping instantly to the semifinals. Alright, we'll hope for
Yeah,
the
we'll give
best
it
either way. From what I've seen, though, I do quite hope that Apex Drift League is gonna be a bit more popular, so that is a good thing.
Well, yeah, we obviously I've just in the first bit I just wanted to ask the question, like, what can I offer you guys before I ask like the player base or whatever. What can you guys offer me? So I'm really just trying to put out the best quality we can, both competitive wise and experience wise watching it, and so then we can start asking the player base what they want and how we can keep growing it. But yeah, popularity, that is absolutely something that we're expecting to come soon.
Yep. I would guess that, given that we are discussing the popularity aspect of the game and bringing activity, new blood, because having veterans is good, but people kinda retire sooner or later, and having new players coming in and just trying the game out and showing their skill from different games is very important.
Yeah.
And that would require different kinds of work. From the first thing that I can pinpoint is likely editors for the game, especially a thing that I notice very much, which is very underutilized right now, is shorts or TikTok, because vertical form content, as brain rotted in my opinion as it may be, it
Yeah.
is extremely important because it brings people to the game. And of course,
It's the number
long
one
form
phase.
edits.
But yeah, like advertising like that is definitely the number one key. I also think that one of the reasons why we sort of see players, as you say, like they come and they go, and that's sort of why, like, since the game is still very much a progression type where you sort of have this physics level and everything at one point, and then we see a couple of months go by, and then suddenly, oh, the grip physics are changed, or oh, there's this with suspension tuning, or this and that, and like it just changes so much. So the people who've sort of come in at one level and progressed and really felt like they've mastered the game, they're sort of enjoying it there, and then a new update drops and they're like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. Like once you can't adapt anymore to the physics and stuff, that's when you start falling off. It's the same in real life. Like you see how pro drift cars have progressed throughout just the last 10 years. It's not the same at all. And it's gonna be the same like with the game. Like until we reach a point where Berserk Drift X is like, you can say that like the physics and everything that's completed, and the only real thing that is being added to the game is gonna be maps and cars and stuff. The stuff that we see get added to Assetto Corsa. Then that the player base and the skill level is gonna change. And like with the lag system now and everything, that's gonna be one of the major things that I really think is gonna both get improved, and it's gonna stick to the future to really push the driving level of people in this game to be better than anyone in Roblox.
Absolutely. The lag prediction system is a huge quality of life change. And from what I can say, Berserk is in development right now, and it will be, in terms of physics, I predict, for at least quite a bit of time. So I guess the game is just getting steady on its feet, and the live streams are gonna help it. And if we get lucky, for instance, one of the best things that could happen is one of the big drifting YouTubers, for instance, mentioning Goosiest or somebody else reviewing the game and bringing popularity to it. That would bring a massive surge. Especially, imagine them trying out the game and seeing that it has wheel supports. And if there is good feedback, especially if DXT manages to do great physics, which he already had done quite a lot of by that point, it will mean that the YouTuber will maybe recommend the game, which would be the best thing possible.
I've been aiming in a different direction as well. I've thought about people like SimHQ, Drift HQ. It's the same. They're owned by Adam LC and the crew. SimHQ, like they do all these, like the most popular drifting servers start out being run in Assetto Corsa, and they run a bunch of sponsors off of that. And like, if getting someone's attention like SimHQ or the Esports Drifting Association or any one of those people who like they create different levels of learning how to drift and then getting into real life. And so by getting an authority like that within the game would also bring sponsors and a lot of people with it as well.
Absolutely. That needs some solid work, but that is definitely something that would be great to introduce. Still doing practice, I guess. I am not too sure about what is going on. All 3 missing people are offline, so we've got 5 out of 8 of the first and only group. That is gonna be an even shorter tournament.
I saw Ballin and Legion just a couple minutes before we started prepping here. Sweet.
Indeed. I am not sure. Airwolf reached out to whoever possible, and only 5 joined, and the rest are completely offline. Airwolf suggested you to temporarily take DXT's place in judgments. I will commentate, mostly. And DXT will resolve the issues, because people are not joining. That is very questionable. Alright, then I guess we are gonna be starting the first round soon. Despawn all cars, TP starts. And first up, Kula against Damien in our first round of today. Both of players have been in the tournaments before, in the previous tournament too, as far as I remember. So we are gonna see them as our today's first round of the top 8. Waiting for them to line up. BMW against an S14. S15, yeah. Not a lot of players today, to say the least. And starting in 3, 2, 1, go! Starting off. Smooth initiation from both drivers, the chaser immediately chasing to that door, not staying far, not staying safe. Good angle from the leads. Nice transition and closing in that gap on the chase's ends at the very end. Pretty good run, don't see any major mistakes, and I do not think that this map has a lot of places to do tire drops anyway. We will see from the runs. Now going in for the second run, swapping places in... Where is the countdown? No tire drops, Walls of Doom instead indeed. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Starting the second run. Good and smooth initiation once more, but that chaser is way closer than the previous run was. Nice and smooth here, although the chaser is lacking a tiny bit of angle. I saw a T and the end there was not as close as the previous run, I would say. That the ending was not as parallel. First run, the chaser was a tiny bit back, but closer to the ends, and the second run, the chaser was closer at the start, but fell behind and started T-boning at the ends. So now we are waiting for the judge's decision.
Alright, so...
Waffle realities. Oh yeah,
Judge
you gave the
commentary on that.
Indeed.
So what we were seeing there is two fierce competitors who've seen each other on the field many times. When goes to it, Waffle, Cooler just lacking just a little bit of angle and mirroring in his chase run. But like I said, these two have run with each other many times, and it is really apparent when you see how they drive. So good runs.
Yeah, nice and stable. Good start for the comp. Alright, that was the first runs. I would say that while we are waiting, we could rewatch or replay. But never mind, we have next up Darkness against Gene. And I am gonna prepare the overlay.
This is looking like a buy run at the moment, unless Dark decides to show up suddenly.
So Orafita, a player that we have seen in the previous tournament, is here, but Darkness is not. One of the 3 missing people currently. And they are really missing. So...
Alright, automatic win for Rafita.
Automatic win for Rafita it is. And Rafita just refused to do a buy run. Anyway, skip an hour to the next one.
I don't wanna drive.
Yeah, he just refused.
Oh.
He was forced to drive.
All right, we're forcing him out there. We're pushing him back in the car.
He tried to disrespect his opponent, but he was forced to not to. And starting in 3, 2, 1, the forced byrun of Rafita. Aggressive initiation, a massive bonk of the wall. Pretty aggressive here on the style, although a tiny bit unstable on the drifts themselves. Good inner clip and finishing the run. Good style, although that would be a massive deduction here from the initiation.
Yeah, 3 votes for
Tuber
Rafita there.
3-0. Everybody voted. Up Syndrome Extreme against Crypto. Crypto is a player that we haven't seen for a while, at the very least. So I am expecting a very, very interesting battle. I remember Crypto from the times that they were participating in Drift Paradise, and a few times he participated in Berserk Drift X and then retired. So that is gonna be
still slot cars.
Very interesting battle to see. Unless that is an... Oh, never mind. That is also a byrun. Yeah. Well, we will see that byrun at the very least. 3, 2, 1. Crypto's, I guess, first run on the tournaments in quite a while.
No, this is Simon.
Aggressive initiation. What? I didn't hear. Anyway. Nice and wide on the zones. Good transition. Very aggressive on their style. I would say that is the most aggressive competitor that we've seen so far. And could you repeat what you said previously?
Yeah, just a correction there. That's Sim Hype now, not Crypto.
Oh. Well, they're gonna be Crypto for the rest of the tournament then.
I'm gonna guess you were watching, yeah, you're watching Orphan, so you can't actually see the display names.
I cannot see the display names. I'm not in the game.
Alright.
So I'm just guessing. Guessing off of liveries. One might say a blind judge.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start recognize people by their avatars.
Yeah, their liveries.
Or their liveries.
Bolint is trying to get into the server. Legion is not in the server at the moment, so we are expecting another byrun. Another byrun. 2 byruns for 4 battles. Hopefully we will get Bolint soon, so that is one thing to hope for.
2 for 4 here, everyone.
That is gonna be the fastest tournament yet. Bolin against Legion, and so far it seems like it's gonna be another byrun for Legion, because Bolin is not showing up.
Legion isn't here either. But we're just...
Ghost byrun.
Oh, we need to reset the server.
Oh, that's great. Technical trouble at its finest. Alright, then I am turning off the feed.
I can give the lemon some elevator music audibly while we wait.
Turn off my music then. Oh my days. Yeah, resetting the server meanwhile. What else can be said? I am, with the amount of updates DXT is rolling out lately, I am kind of starting to think that DXT is matching Aceto's, like, level, because he's polishing up a lot of things, and I would definitely say that, of course, out of all the Drift games that exist on the platform, with there being Drift Paradise, which is that, Prodigy Drift, which is a pretty innovative in terms of car customization, but the competitions and tournaments are non-existent, and people mostly started racing there. And what other games been there? I guess
The thing that like really puts this aside from the other ones though is that Berserk Drift is an actual simulator. You can classify it as that. The other ones are just arcade
arcades,
drift games,
absolutely.
and like that's why like I admire DXT so much. Like if you guys saw the documentary, I like when I met him like a couple of years ago when I saw Berserk Drift in its early phases, and I was running my other drifting community, my first one in solitary, and I got to see his vision and like implement our ideas and everything, and just seeing him actually really understand what sim drifting is all about and the competitive side and the street side and everything like that he puts all this energy into. And like even like if you're watching this after, not live or whatever, and you haven't played Berserk Drift X yet, then go and play it. Go and freaking play it.
You cannot not play it. You are forced to.
Yeah.
In either case, I do agree because from what I have seen, especially just being not active in Discord at all, but still looking at the beta testers chat, it can be seen how much DXT is taken into account the community thoughts, to say the least, because he's basing his changes off of what the community seems as appropriate, off of what
Yeah.
people see as interesting, instead of doing the most for the game to just learn as much as possible. Because it is pretty easy, in my opinion, to make a game that is benefiting off of popular things right now. I would say it that way.
Yeah. Like that's like the other like the thing that I love the most about what the DXT is doing here is that he's both listening to the community and what they would like, because the Roblox community knows the Roblox community the best and what types of games they want. But like he is also doing that in like unison with creating the game to be a, it's basically a set of course in Roblox, because Assetto Corsa doesn't have anything else to compare to when it comes to simulator drifting at the final level, but adapting that concept and introducing the input from the entire community, that sort of creates it into this, like I was saying with the documentary, it's the starting ground. It's not about $5,000 expensive sim equipment and stuff and hard to get into communities. It's something that should be available and open to everyone, no matter what sort of equipment you have, and you still have these physics and amazing cars and maps and everything to drive on.
Yep, that is the crucial benefits of Berserk, because it is free and it is available to everybody on multiple platforms, including mobile. Although mobile is definitely a challenge of itself. It is available for all people that want to play it at any points, at any moment, and they can join with friends too. So that allows for a lot of different things, including my favorite kind of content, edits, because edits for the game showcase the game itself in very many different aspects. And although Berserk is not as moddable as Assetto, because, well, it is a Roblox game, it can't really be downloaded to mod it. It still gets updated often enough so that people see the changes that they want to see in the game. That is actually the key thing about DXT being one of the solo developers, because he is solo, he decides on what is added, and he decides on the order. He does not need to resolve it with people he's working on, he does not need to redirect them on whatever he's working, because he knows what he's working on.
Yeah,
Although I still stand by the opinion that DXT would drastically benefit from accepting other people to contribute, although fighting those people would be a challenge of itself. I myself would even like to help him a bit because I have worked on Lua and related relative languages to that. So if I could help, I would if DXT accepts it.
Yeah, and he's definitely been faced with that quite a few times over the period of just the last 2 years after the game really caught to action. He's probably seen a bunch of talented people come and go and want wish to give their help, but he's got those of us now who's volunteered and showed up and given him the ideas and everything, and he knows we're here and he knows we would love to help in any way we can. I have no doubt in my mind that when the game starts growing with the progress and everything, I have no doubt that he will include more people into the project itself.
One thing that I can predict right now is the fact that he likely has some trust issues from the Berserk Drift 2 incidents, because
Yeah.
that was questionable. Although at that point, DXT has been in a limbo state. From what I've seen, he even wanted to sell the game itself because he was tired of upkeeping it. But now he is putting in more work than ever with more features than BD2 ever imagined. So,
Yeah, that's actually a thing that I haven't discussed much publicly, but going from the transit, like losing BD2 was actually a blessing in some ways because DXT was able to reorganize himself and rethink and redesign how he wanted the game to be. Like he was able to create the game into this something that he wouldn't have been able to do if we just progressed from BD2 because that was it felt more arcadey. We had an open map and everything, and the physics were they were still really on like the old soapy Roblox physics. And so like I really feel like just DXT getting that just that punch in the face, which I refer to it as, uh, that made him realize how many people actually loved and enjoyed his passion project, which it really is. It really came out there in the light, and he realized how many people like myself and you and everyone were willing to support him and you know carry us through that difficult time and just rework this and do it all over again. And I really feel like we came out on the other side stronger. We got a much more stable and proven game to give to the platform. And the only real struggle that we're having now is with Roblox itself. It's just Roblox that's the limiting factor to actually getting a stable run of players into this game. And I really think that still to get the players that we actually want in this, it's a simulator community. You don't want just generic players who are from everywhere, anywhere from 5 to 50 years old. You want the people who are really interested in the sport and people will be able to build a community and do things like drifting teams and leagues and sponsors and livery creators and all this. And you need to advertise, you need YouTubers, you need content creators, you need those people to tell the rest of the world that hey, this is out there, this is now the new starting ground for drifting. Let's gather over here.
yep.
So yeah.
The thing that I actually like about the resets of BD2 into BDX is that it tested the failure modes. It is one of the things that I am trying to learn right now because every system in the world, every server should have a failure mode tested and known what to do. In this case, BD2 was the testament of that. Although DXT did not know what exactly to do, he had some backups. He had some systems written down. I managed to recover most of the Discord servers, so we did not lose any liveries and people did not lose their work, or that would be even more catastrophic because the community suffering would be even worse. And
Yeah.
DXT learned from his mistakes. He learns what to do and what not to do, how to at least differentiate shady business. And he got some new ideas and reworked the systems better than the first iteration, because redoing something is way easier because you approximately know how you did it than doing something
Yeah.
from scratch. So he did it better and got some ideas in the progress. So this whole situation has been a two-sided sword.
It absolutely has.
And the judges and DXT are having some really interesting issues, to say the least. For 20 minutes already, I guess we've been discussing, which I guess is pretty good, but
Welcome to the Smooth Entry and Matthias podcast,
absolutely a podcast. I'm renaming the live stream.
where we will bore your ears off.
Yep. Listen
Nah,
to
I'm just
this
kidding.
in the
I know.
background.
Listen to this while you go on your morning jog. Are you bored at work? Grab a cup of coffee. Listen to the most gut wrenching, ear paining podcast you've ever heard in your life.
Or use it and just help us with the views. Anyway. DXT is setting things up. What else can I discuss? In terms of actual contributions, I've had a few ideas in mind, specifically to collaborate with Orphan, because I am very fond of FPV myself. I have reverse engineered a few of the mods for different games. For instance, I have bought a Settle to not drive in it at all because I do not have equipment. And just reverse engineered the FPV mod, how it works, and tried to port it onto my own Roblox remake. Checked out how FPV systems work in games like what is it called? Uh, I forgot the name of the game. Anyway, basically, I reverse engineered some of the games plus some of the source code for the FPV simulator called Trip FPV to understand how the drone system works. So, if um, DXC accepts the possible contribution help, I will try to help him with cleaning up and refactoring the code first, and with Orphan's feedback and generally feedback from those FPV players that are present in BDX, I will help rework and refine and make the FPV system more customizable, because that would allow the FPV operators to fly better than ever.
Interesting.
Because I am not really proficient in terms of physics. I am definitely not getting into that. I will help DXT with refactors, maybe some UI, but not physics, because that is definitely up to him. He is the mastermind behind this after all for what, 4 or 5 years now, so it is his field.
Yeah, definitely physics in games. That's something that I was never able to get into. I tried basically basic coding and stuff for some of the older games that I made, but I've always just been more of a doing building stuff in studio.
Both are pretty valid. By the way, a very interesting thing to note is that the drone model that you can see in the game right now was made from by a friend of mine who I still am friends with. She is a 3D modeler, and she, based on references from an FPV simulator, Trip FPV,
Oh,
she made a complete remake, a low poly model of an Nazgul V3, as far as I remember, drone,
oh,
which is the green drone that you can see in the game at these very moments. So she already contributed, so I am very, very grateful.
it's just all the stuff that people don't normally see, and like when you really start picking into the details of Berserk, you just start seeing details and references from all sorts of people and parts of the community.
Yep. And this is actually the thing that I enjoy very much, specifically what DXT is doing, because what he is doing, he's documenting his entire process, both in the Discord server, because the beta tester chat is like quite literally his thoughts. If I'm gonna be running a scrape once more, I've got some more storage to back up the server onto, which I'll be doing once every so often, so that if anything happens, the server doesn't flop completely. I am pretty sure that there would be a lot of hidden things and knowledge from DXT that he posted both in announcements and beta testers chat. Maybe his ideas, his thoughts, and other things would be very interesting. And if we can finally join the comp
Yep.
after this much time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining today's TED Talk. We're now gonna get on to what you actually came here to see. If you do want us to do the smooth entry / Matthias podcast, and do let us know in the comments, and we'll take it in consideration and we'll chuck it right in the bin.
Absolutely.
And we'll chuck it right in the bin. All right, I am back on the field. Bolland is here now. That's good.
One person voted for the podcast already. So, yeah, taking that into the consideration. The FPV pilot is crashing onto the fields. And people are gonna start joining. Meanwhile, I'm not gonna be wasting the time, and we will start off with the fact that likely Bolland will be able to join. The server issues happened because DXT was trying to adjust for his join ability. So we will likely see the fourth run and move on to the semifinals.
Yep, so just from the judge's perspective here, Legion is not showing up, I believe. Yeah, no, he is not here. That means Bolland gets a bye run. We are gonna go straight over to the top 4 then.
Indeed.
Unless they wish for him to do the actual bye run.
I love that the player Bolland has an avatar really closely matching to his car livery. Black and green avatar, black
BP.
and green livery. Bolland.
The BP Customs boys.
Yep. And starting the buy run for Bolland in 3, 2, 1, go. Now starting off very aggressive, almost backwards there. I love this. Smooth transition there into the second outer zone, nice and close to that wall. Really hugging that wall, god damn. That is one of the best runs for today, I'd say.
Yeah, it's good for a solo run. You wouldn't want to do that with someone chasing you.
Yeah, in any case, a backwards entry is something that I love to see.
Yeah.
I remember finally the game. A guy pulling it off in Car X on different drifting tournaments, and he got some extra points for it. Well, the judgment criteria are different, so in any case.
Exactly.
Now we are moving on to the semifinals already, I would want to say, because until the moment that we had to do a 25-minute podcast.
I think we did pretty good, considering the circumstances.
Absolutely. Without that, it would have been a pain to watch at the very least. Plus, there is a lot to discuss about this game, after all, so wasting the time
there is.
Definitely not a good idea. Damian R against GeneTuber. We are gonna see that matchup after a while of waiting. Finally, Nods and Byron. Rafida against Waffle. And I'm gonna be guessing based on liveries in 3, 2, 1, go. DXT is back at judging. Now good initiation. The chaser is right up the door. The lead is doing a smooth job. Closer than ever on the chase's side. A tiny bit of T-bone in there, but the chase is keeping up very well. I am thinking that it could be the pink prediction system. I very much hope so, that it is with the help of that they were able to get a good run. That was a very good run on both sides. Both the lead and the chase did well. The chase stayed right up there, and the lead did a smooth run, although not as aggressive as some of the runs we've seen today. In 3, 2, 1, starting off the second run. And a complete flop from the chase instantly. The lead is continuing on pretty aggressively and smoothly at the same time. Nice and close to that wall. No corrections inside, smooth line, and a definite win. That was a flop from the chaser. Complete flop, sadly. Wall of death. There were tire drops of death on other tournaments, and this is a wall of death. Infamous Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach don't take no prisoners. Waffle will move on to the finals.
Indeed. Finals are so close. Now Up Syndrome against Bolland. Another matchup. Never thought that I would be happy to see a matchup, but here we are. Yep, and versus. Both players having some interesting skins. Hypno with some cool glasses too. In either case...
That's the Swedish for you.
Yep, at least I can see that Bolland is in the chase, Hypno is in the lead. Finally being able to guess at least somebody.
Bolland is in the chase.
Yep,
In the
Bolland
BMW.
is in the chase in 3, 2, 1, go. Starting off, Bolland in the chase, and good aggressive initiation. Bolland right on the door once more, and that's a massive tap and a complete straight on, I guess. The chaser is staying... Oh, and that's an over angle there from the chase. And end of the run. That was a massive tap. I am pretty sure that was a straight into. The judges are deciding that.
Yep, they have the option to watch it back after the run.
I will while they are deciding. We need to take a look. I would say that was a complete straighten.
Yeah, that did look like it, but like always, it's not gonna be down to us. It's gonna be for the people behind the scenes.
Replaying for the judges once more. So, oh, I might reset the video accidentally. I need to do this. So there was the initiation. And then complete straighten here. For almost a 1 complete seconds. So that was indeed a full straighten.
Alright, so Bolland with an incomplete in this chase run. He's gonna have to pull a rabbit out of the hat for this run. That or Simon's gonna have to really straighten.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Only with luck he will be able to win. Or if the lead messes up big time. I mean the chase, yeah. No tap from the chase. Chase is going nice and safe here. Not risking it at all. Good transition from leads. He's doing a good job, but sadly he cannot beat a DNF.
Yeah, I don't think the BP Customs boys are... they're not gonna take another win at Long Beach this time around.
Absolutely not. And
I gotta say though, just...
Go on, yeah.
Yeah, just watching the driving now compared to when they weren't using the lag prediction system, it's so much more different now. The chase driver is actually mirroring what the lead driver is doing instead of just trying to be very close. It looks so much better now.
I do agree. That is
It's more
making
dynamic.
quite a big difference, and I do hope to see that difference on an actual top 16 tournament, because as of now we are not top 16. Up
You
syndrome
could almost call it a
trio.
test event.
Yep, we are, I would say, even a test run, test tournaments, testament to the test tournaments for this system. And we are moving on to the finals. Oh, never mind. It's not quite the finals. I was speeding there. Jean against Bolin. Jean
That
against
is
Bolin.
Rafita?
Yep. Rafita against
believe.
Bolin. Although his nickname is Bolint, I am pronouncing this as Bolin.
Yeah. I don't think anyone actually gave him the memo that if you lose your battle in the top 4, you still have to show up for the fight for third place.
Guess he rage quitted. Anyway, hopefully he does come back and does not lose his skill in the meantime. That would be questionable. It wouldn't be fun to have a Byron in top 3. Meanwhile, the judges are doing their best to bring him back alive. Resuscitating the tournament participants.
We have an impatient Bolin waiting at the line, and Rafita did show up. He lost his car. It's going down the line. We have a ghost car on track.
False starts, that's a DNF already.
He skipped the lights, and he's not in his car.
His car lost his run.
Wizardry going down here at Long Beach, ladies and gentlemen.
I suspect that we have a BMW cheating in revenge for the last time the event was sponsored by the Nissan.
Oh, hey, we got something interesting here. We got an all BMW battle for once, and it's in the battle for third place.
BMW is getting revenge.
Yeah, it's not all the Nissans this time.
And this time the BMWs are reinforced with AI, which is already going rogue. I guess we are starting in 15. That is an integrated countdown.
Errol's just saying that we wait until this countdown go down and then they start another 5-second countdown.
Okay.
Just for clarity. Alright.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, starting off, the almost missed run, good initiation here from the lead, the chase is going thin, very much gathering up on that angle and kind of T-boning the lead, very much so T-boning the lead. And end of the run, the chase lacked quite a bit of angle from what I saw. Needs a tiny bit more dedication or like commitment, yeah. No major mistakes in mind though. Line diff indeed though. Oh. And starting off the second run in 3, 2, 1, go. Now let's see that second run. Holy backwards initiation, although they completely lost the leader there. That is a massive issue. Going backwards is not the optimal solution, and
Yeah, there is the risk seen live on why we don't give points for backward entries in tandems. It
20
either
points
messes
for
up the chase driver.
commitment.
Like for solo runs, it looks so cool, but for backy competitions, you can only have one driver. It just
Absolutely.
disrupts the pace so badly.
Yeah, that was very, very effective on a solo run, but not quite on the chase. Gene it is.
Alright, Smooth Entry, if you don't mind, I will be taking over the main commentary for the finals now.
Indeed.
Alright, here we arrive at quite a rocky event. It has been a bit of a road all the way from the start of the organizing of the of this side of the tournament. But here we arrive at the end with the lag prediction system on the long beach of Long on the long beach on the long on the long streets of Long Beach. We got Sime Hauptno in the lead with Waffle in the chase. An all-out Nissan battle once more. We are not sponsored by Nissan. As we stand at the lights, that yellow and black and goldish Valhalla Racing Nissan S13 versus the all-white Nissan S15 by Waffle in 3, 2, 1, let's send it! Long Beach! Sime initiates. Waffle does a good job of reacting to that unstable angle of Sime as they go through the first corner. Moving to the second outside zone, out to the third. As Waffle is just absolutely hammering on his door, going to that touch and go, and goes a bit too hard on the inside there for that inside clip, and over the line we go.
That was a tiny bit messy from the other runs we've seen so far. A lot more clipping than usual. Although
Absolutely.
good proximity. Clipping all
Alright,
the way.
for the final run of the night. The boys are stood back at the line. Waffle in the lead, and Sime will give chase. By the end of this, we will have a winner, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen.
And no OMT tournaments, I guess. Hopefully.
Alright, Berserk Drift X, Roblox, the world, Long Beach, let's send it! Here we go! Waffle moves down the line, does a nice and smooth initiation. Sime keeps back just a little bit, trying to keep it safe as they go over to the second and the third outside zone. Sime is keeping a respectable distance, but he's doing a very, very good job of mirroring the line of Waffle. Oh!
Oh god.
And we had a bit of a hickey there at the
That was way too
last
thin.
corner. We're gonna have to delegate some fault here. Seeing the line choice of the lead there may be the finishing factor, but we'll leave it up to the judges.
Yep. Especially given
And
that most of the major mistakes came from one person, and that's very, very narrow ending at the ends. I do not think that they have a chance of winning, so we are gonna be rolling the winners very soon, I guess. Yep. Meanwhile, while the judges are doing a tiny bit of decisions, I am gonna turn on the replay just to take a look at that ending once more, because that was a major mistake. The chase did fall back quite a bit though. But that was a complete flop from Lilith. I would say that even that the wall hit was a DNF, because that was not over the starting line. Yep, and the judges have made their decision.
Hell yeah, brother.
So now, Matthias is gonna be announcing the winners. Oh, and the winners have been announced already.
Ladies and gentlemen of Valhalla Racing, time hype now!
Indeed. Up Syndrome in the first place, Damien in the second, and Jean in the third. That was quite a short tournament, only 1 hour, out of which 25 minutes were spent for a podcast.
Oh yeah.
So we are beating all records by all means.
We carried.
Surely it's
definitely a factor that we've seen during previous comps as well, especially in like mini comp stuff, is that you sometimes you really you gotta make sure that the players are gonna show up, and there's no guarantee. There never is, and that's why we gotta put in the consequences of if you sign up to an event and you don't show up, then you won't be allowed to take part in the next or what, like however way we do it. There has to be some sort of consequence for not showing up.
Penalties. I absolutely do agree with that, because even doing qualifications in the first place means that those who are judging it just wasted their time on qualifying. If you are not gonna show up, and you know that you are not sure you're gonna show up, just take your time and do not show up, because that will waste the time both of the tournaments, making everybody uncomfortable, either by the means of me and Matthias having to, for instance, freestyle the podcasts, which I mean everybody did like 3 votes already.
If we were paid to do this, then it would be fine no matter what, because we would be paid to do our job. But everyone here, we're doing this out of our own free will, and it really. It's not just disrespectful towards the players in the community and everything, but also towards us who put in the effort to give this to you guys. You want to keep that in mind.
Yeah, talking about disrespect, Rafita left, not being on the podium. Back. Oh, and at least he came back, alright. He left twice.
It's the second time he came back.
Yeah. Somebody is very impatient.
I gotta say though, just from the very few battles we've seen from this event, that lag prediction system, that changed everything. Because people are no longer chasing each other like they're just driving in desync, driving in front of someone's car, not really knowing where they're at or to predict how they're gonna brake, where they're gonna move, how they're gonna transition, everything. All of that plays into the aspect of this being professional competitive drifting. And this is the first time in 2 years where I can proudly say that this holds a foothold towards Assetto Corsa. Not as a final level realistic drifting experience, but as the starting point.
Absolutely.
And I'm so damn proud to be part of this project.
And do not mind the live feeds absolutely breaking the hell down, because I am pretty sure that Orphan is stepped out of his game and his feed is just completely deteriorating live. Data motion.
It's just given up.
Holy Jesus. Alright, that's gonna be fun to watch. I am not even sure what's going on. Oh my days. Oh, he was taking a photo, I guess that's why. Podium pick complete indeed. And I would say that this is it from the small sample of the runs today that we've seen. I absolutely agree with Matthias. The prediction system is a godsend I will distribute the replays, the little replays that we have from these tournaments over Google Drive, both in public media, with Matthias and with Orphan. And we are very thankful for you for sticking through this, for listening to our podcasts,
Oh yeah.
which 4 people have voted for already. And in general,
think
thank you for watching, and see you on the next tournaments.
Don't forget to send it! PDX!